3 weeks, 16 pounds, a sauna suit worn twice a day, treadmill runs before sunrise, zero sugar, zero carbs, nothing but vegetables and protein. That is not the story of someone preparing for surgery. That is not a scene from a survival documentary. That is Kim Kardashian in the spring of 2022, doing what she described on the Vogue red carpet live stream as feeling exactly like preparing for a movie role. The role? Fitting into a 60-year-old dress that had touched exactly one other human body in its entire existence. Marilyn Monroe's original Jean Louis gown, the one she wore to sing Happy Birthday to President Kennedy in 1962. Worth $10 million. Sealed in a vault at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Orlando, Florida. Covered in 6,000 hand-sewn crystals. Never altered, never loaned. Kim tried it on. It did not fit. Her hips would not clear it, the zip would not close. So she looked at the Ripley's team and said 4 words. Give me 3 weeks. She wore a sauna suit twice a day. She ran on the treadmill. She cut every gram of sugar and every carb from her diet for 21 days straight. And when she walked up those Met Gala steps on May 2nd, 2022, the entire internet went completely silent for about 3 seconds before it exploded. Some people called it iconic. Some people called it dangerous. Doctors weighed in. Actresses called it out publicly. Registered dietitians went on the record. The story ran for weeks. But in all of that noise, nobody asked the one question that actually matters. What kind of body and what kind of training foundation do you need already in place to lose 16 pounds in 3 weeks through exercise and diet alone? Because that result does not come from nowhere. That result is the product of years of serious, structured, professional-level training that most people have never been told the full story of. And in September 2025, Nike looked at that training history, that discipline, and that brand, and did something it had never done in its entire 50-year existence. It built a completely new brand with her name on it. And the day that announcement dropped, Nike's stock jumped 6.2%, adding $6.7 billion to its market value in a single trading session. So what is Kim Kardashian actually doing in the gym? What specific exercises, what weight, what frequency, and what philosophy is producing a body serious enough for the world's most powerful sports company to bet billions of dollars on her name? Stay with me, because the answer is going to change how you think about training entirely. Before we get to the workout, we need to talk about the problem, because Kim Kardashian did not walk into the fitness world with a clean slate. She walked in with arguably the most skeptical audience any celebrity has ever had to win over. For the better part of a decade, a significant portion of the public flatly refused to believe her body had anything to do with training. The narrative was surgery, procedures, Photoshop. Anything except the unglamorous truth of what was actually happening, which was a woman training 2 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, every single week, without stopping, without canceling, without making excuses. Her former trainer Melissa Alcantara, who built some of Kim's most dramatic physical transformations, told Life and Style magazine in plain language, "Kim is the best client and athlete you can have. She never cancels, not rarely cancels, never." In an industry where bailing on your trainer is practically a personality trait, Kim Kardashian had a perfect attendance record. Her current trainer, Senada Greca, an Albanian-born fitness coach with over 6 million Instagram followers who has also worked with Miranda Kerr and Bebe Rexha, went on Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast in 2024 and said this word for word, "One thing I have learned about Kim is her dedication. She shows up on time and is ready to go. Never does she complain or back away from something I put her through, and I put her through a lot. She never backs away, she always pushes through. 2 trainers, same story, years apart. The dedication is not a performance. It is a documented, consistent, verified fact." Now here is the question that sets up everything else in this video. If Kim has been training this hard for this long with trainers this serious, what exactly is happening in those sessions? What specific exercises is she doing? And more importantly, is there a real science behind why her program produces the result it does? Or is this just celebrity fitness noise? Here is the answer to the question the previous section just planted. And it starts not in a luxury gym with a celebrity trainer, but in one of the most difficult physical situations a woman can face. After giving birth to her second child, Kim Kardashian had 60 pounds to lose. She had a newborn. She had a schedule that would collapse most people. And she had a GQ photo shoot locked in on the calendar that she was using as her target, the same way a professional athlete uses a competition date. She told WWD directly, "I saw the photo shoot as a really good goal to motivate me to do my diet perfectly. You set a date for a shoot and you know you have to be there." She added, "It made me feel so good about myself knowing I had come so far." She lost all 60 pounds. Not through a single dramatic intervention. Through months of structured daily training, consistent nutrition, and showing up every single session even when the scale barely moved. But here is the shift that happened during this period that changed her training philosophy permanently. She told People magazine that for years she had been prioritizing cardio and not getting the results she expected. When she switched to strength training as the foundation of her program, everything changed faster and more permanently than anything she had tried before. And the science behind why that happened is more interesting than most people realize. A 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that resistance training alone reduced body fat by an average of 1.4% without any dietary changes at all. And here is the reason. Muscle tissue burns approximately 3 times more calories at rest than fat tissue does. Every pound of lean muscle Kim added to her frame during those months became a calorie-burning engine that worked for her 24 hours a day, including while she slept. This is not a vanity strategy. This is metabolic engineering, and it is the scientific foundation that every section of this video is built on. So if strength training is the engine, what exactly does a full week of Kim's program look like? What movements, what volume, what intensity? And what has Senada Greca publicly revealed about the specific exercises that built the physique Nike just paid billions to put its logo next to? Here is the specific, documented, real answer to the question Section 2 just asked. Every detail below comes directly from Kim's Instagram, Senada Greca's interviews, or verified training footage. Kim trains 4 to 6 days per week. Sessions run approximately 90 minutes, including warm-up and foam rolling. The structure is a push, pull, and lower body split, meaning different days target different movement patterns to allow recovery between sessions. On lower body days, which happen multiple times per week, the session opens with Romanian deadlifts using a trap bar or hex bar. Kim posted footage of this exact movement in January 2024, tagging Greca with the caption, "Leg Day RDLs." This is not a beginner exercise. Romanian deadlifts at meaningful weight are one of the most effective posterior chain movements in existence, targeting the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back simultaneously. The fact that this is her first movement of the session tells you everything about the intensity level she is operating at. Next come hip thrusts, 3 times per week. Kim has publicly said she hates them. In January 2024, she wrote on Instagram, "Senada makes me do them 3 times a week. I hate them." And then she described doing them every time anyway. That single admission is the most honest thing Kim Kardashian has ever said about her training because it reveals something most people never admit. The exercises you most want to skip are almost always the ones your body needs most. Greca's 2023 Instagram video of Kim's full lower body session revealed the complete circuit. Clamshells with thrusts at 16 reps for 3 sets on each side. Lateral goblet squats with band resistance at 12 reps for 3 sets. Belted squats at 12 reps for 4 sets with a drop set of 12 at the end. Sliding hamstring curls using a roller, which Kim described as a killer. Upper body sessions include assisted pull-ups, dumbbell shoulder press, bench press, barbell rows, and hollow body core holds. Cardio is present but secondary. She runs 2 to 3 miles multiple times per week and walks daily, targeting 8,000 to 12,000 steps. Greca is explicit about this. Cardio supports the program, but strength is the driver. The muscle built through compound lifting does the metabolic heavy lifting, so the cardio does not have to. And Kim's public fitness goal entering 2024 posted herself on January 5th. Her exact words, "We are going for heavier weights this year. Set small fitness goals and stick with them." The answer to Section 3's question is more strategic than most people realize. In February 2025, Nike made an announcement that stopped the entire sportswear industry cold. It was partnering with Skims to build a completely new brand called NikeSKIMS. Not an endorsement deal, not a co-branded capsule, a full standalone brand with new products, new positioning, and a shared creative structure. This had never happened before. In 50 years of building partnerships with Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, LeBron James, and nearly every other major athlete on earth, Nike had never handed its brand infrastructure to an outside company to build something new together. Kim Kardashian was the first. The day of the announcement, Nike's stock rose 6.2%. That jump added $6.7 billion to Nike's market value in a single session. To put that in perspective, that is more value created in one day than the entire market cap of most mid-sized companies. The business reason was precise. Nike's new CEO, Elliott Hill, had identified a critical problem. Nike was losing its female customer base to Lululemon, Alo Yoga, and Vori, all brands that had built deeply loyal audiences with women by understanding something Nike had not yet cracked. Women want activewear that performs at maximum intensity in the gym and looks genuinely excellent everywhere else without compromise on either side. SKIMS, which had been valued at $4 billion in its 2023 Series C funding round, had spent years solving the style and fit side of that equation. Nike owned the performance and technology side. Together, they covered the full picture. Kim explained the gap she had always seen from the inside. Speaking to the business of fashion, every woman should feel her inner athlete, but also feel her inner sexy curviness, and that should not be so separate. She said she had seen brands that had the curves, but lacked the hold you need for running, and brands built for serious performance that were not made to flatter the body. NikeSKIMS was designed to solve both at once. The debut collection launched September 26, 2025. 7 collections. 58 silhouettes, over 10,000 combination options. The matte collection with Nike's dry fit technology for mid-level compression during training. The shine collection with quick dry technology designed specifically for strength training. The airy collection in breathable mesh for lower intensity movement and layering. The campaign featured Sha'Carri Richardson, Olympic gymnast Jordan Chiles, snowboarder Chloe Kim, and Serena Williams, with Kim herself appearing in campaign imagery holding dumbbells in navy NikeSKIMS gear. Serena Williams described wearing it during training with one sentence: "It feels like butter on your skin, and I feel unstoppable." And in early 2026, NikeSKIMS launched its spring collection with new silhouettes, new colorways, and the debut of NikeSKIMS footwear, including 2 versions of the Air Rift. This is not a one-season collaboration. This is a long-term brand with a global rollout strategy and expansion already underway. Nike did not hand this to someone famous. Nike handed this to someone who trains 2 hours a day, never cancels, programs her workouts with a certified elite trainer, goes heavier every year, and has spent over a decade building a body that required exactly the kind of activewear the market could not provide. The partnership makes sense not because of Kim's celebrity. It makes sense because of her credibility as someone who actually uses the product she is helping build. But here is the final question this whole story raises. What can an average person actually take from Kim's training philosophy and apply to their own life? Because the specific lessons Senada Greca has shared publicly are more practical and more actionable than anything else in the celebrity fitness space right now. Every point below is sourced directly from Kim's documented Instagram posts, Senada Greca's interviews with Jay Shetty, and verified trainer commentary. Nothing speculative, nothing generic. These are the exact principles behind the training program that convinced Nike to build an empire. Lesson 1. Make training a non-negotiable, not a decision. Greca said on the Jay Shetty podcast, "It is about showing up for yourself every single day until it becomes a non-negotiable." Both Melissa Alcantara and Greca have independently confirmed that Kim never cancels. Not sometimes. Never. The moment you treat a workout as something you decide about on the day based on how you feel, you have already lost half your sessions. Schedule it. Protect it. Stop deciding. Lesson 2. Do the exercises you hate the most. Kim hates hip thrusts. She does them 3 times a week because Greca insists. The exercises that feel the most uncomfortable, the most awkward, or the least enjoyable are almost always the ones targeting your actual weaknesses. Your body's weaknesses are exactly where your results are hiding. Greca's coaching philosophy is built on this principle. Do not design a workout around your preferences. Design it around your gaps. Lesson 3. Switch your foundation from cardio to strength. Kim told People magazine she had been prioritizing cardio for years without the results she wanted. The switch to strength training as her primary modality changed everything. The British Journal of Sports Medicine 2022 data backs this up with a 1.4% average body fat reduction from resistance training alone. Build the muscle first. Let the muscle do the metabolic work. Use cardio as a support system, not the engine. Lesson 4. Use a deadline as your most powerful training tool. Kim used the GQ photo shoot after her second baby exactly the way a professional athlete uses a competition date. A fixed point on the calendar that forces every training decision and every meal to work backward from a real target. Greca's accessible version of this principle for anyone starting out: set small, specific, time-bound goals. Not, I want to lose weight, I want to lose 8 pounds in the next 10 weeks. The calendar makes it concrete. Vague goals have no traction. Lesson 5. Go heavier than feels comfortable. Kim's stated goal for 2024 in her own words: we are going for heavier weights this year. This is progressive overload, the foundational scientific principle that your body adapts to whatever stress you place on it and stops changing the moment it stops being challenged. If you have been lifting the same weights for 6 months and wondering why nothing is shifting, this is your complete answer. Increase the load. Force the adaptation. That is the entire mechanism of Kim's physical evolution over the last decade summarized in one instruction. So, the next time you see a NikeSKIMS campaign and notice Kim Kardashian standing next to Sha'Carri Richardson and Serena Williams in active wear, she helped engineer understand exactly what you are looking at. You are looking at a woman who lost 60 pounds after her second child through structured strength training and disciplined nutrition, who wore a sauna suit twice a day for 21 days to fit into a $10 million dress, who does hip thrusts 3 times a week even though she hates every second of them, who shows up to 90-minute sessions at 5 in the morning 6 days a week, on time, ready to work year after year without a single cancellation on record. And you are looking at the direct result of all of that: a historic partnership with the world's most powerful sports brand that added $6.7 billion to Nike's market value the day it was announced. That did not happen because of a television show. That happened because of the work. The exercises are available to everyone watching this video right now. Romanian deadlifts, hip thrust 3 times a week, belted squats with a drop set at the end, progressive overload every month, daily walking, a schedule you protect without exception. And if Senada Greca says you need 5 minutes to start building the habit, then 5 minutes is exactly where you begin. Add 5 more the following week, then 5 more after that. Start small. Go heavy. Never cancel. If this hit different, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this story. Subscribe, because every single week we go underneath the surface of the stories everybody thinks they already know and find what is actually there. I will see you in the next one.